Imagine standing at the edge of the world, endless white stretches in every direction. No trees, no cities, no obvious signs of life, just ice, kilometers thick, ancient, silent. Antarctica looks like a frozen poost, an empty continent at the bottom of the planet. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Antarctica is not empty at all. In fact, it may be hiding some of the most surprising, mysterious, and important features on Earth, buried beneath miles of ice, sealed away for millions of years. Right now, under your feet if you were standing there, lies an entire hidden world. Let's start with the ice itself. Antarctica holds about 90% of the world's ice and roughly 70% of its fresh water. In some places, the ice sheet is over 4 kilometers thick. That's tall enough to bury the tallest skyscrapers on Earth and still leave room to spare. This ice didn't appear overnight. It has been building up for around 34 million years, layer by layer, snowfall by snowfall, slowly compressing into a frozen archive of Earth's past. Each layer of ice is like a page in a history book. Trapped inside are tiny air bubbles, actual samples of ancient atmospheres. Scientists drill deep ice cores and analyze these bubbles to see what the air was like hundreds of thousands, even millions of years ago. From this, we know how carbon dioxide levels changed, how temperatures rose and fell, and how closely Earth's climate is tied to greenhouse gases. Some of the deepest ice cores contain air that humans have never breathed before, air from a time long before civilization, agriculture, or even modern humans existed. But the ice is just the cover. What's underneath is where things get truly mind-blowing. Beneath Antarctica's ice lies a complete continent with mountains, valleys, volcanoes, rivers, and lakes. If you could magically remove the ice, Antarctica would not look like a flat slab at all. It would look rugged, dramatic, and in some places, surprisingly familiar. Hidden under East Antarctica is a massive mountain range called the Gamburtsev Mountains. These mountains are about the size of the European Alps, with sharp peaks and deep valleys, yet no one has ever seen them directly. They were discovered using radar and seismic waves that can penetrate ice. What's shocking is how old they are. These mountains formed hundreds of millions of years ago, long before Antarctica froze. Somehow, they survived erosion and time, preserved perfectly under the ice like a geological time capsule. And then there are the lakes, not frozen lakes, liquid water lakes. Scientists have discovered more than 400 subglacial lakes beneath Antarctica. These lakes are buried under kilometers of ice, completely cut off from sunlight and the atmosphere. The most famous of them is Lake Vostok, one of the largest freshwater lakes on Earth, hidden under nearly 4 kilometers of ice. To put that into perspective, this lake has been sealed off from the surface for at least 15 million years. 15 million years. That's long before humans, before ice ages came and went, before continents shifted into their current positions. For a long time, scientists wondered, could anything possibly be alive down there? The answer appears to be yes. When researchers carefully drilled near some of these lakes, they found evidence of microbial life, tiny organisms surviving in total darkness, under crushing pressure, in freezing temperatures. These microbes don't rely on sunlight. Instead, they get energy from chemical reactions involving minerals and gases in the rock and water. This kind of life challenges our understanding of where life can exist and has huge implications for the search for life beyond Earth. If life can survive under Antarctic ice, could similar life exist beneath the ice of Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's moon Enceladus? Antarctica may be one of the best analogs we have for alien worlds. But it gets even stranger. Beneath parts of Antarctica lies flowing water, not lakes, but rivers. Subglacial rivers snake through channels carved into bedrock, flowing slowly under the ice sheet. Some of these rivers stretch for hundreds of kilometers, driven not by gravity alone, but by pressure from the ice above and geothermal heat from below. This hidden water system plays a major role in how ice moves, how glaciers slide, and how quickly Antarctica could contribute to sea level rise. And that brings us to one of the most important hidden features under the ice: heat. Antarctica isn't just cold on top. In some places, it's surprisingly warm underneath. Parts of West Antarctica sit on a geologically active region with dozens, possibly hundreds, of volcanoes buried under the ice. Many of them are dormant, but some may still be active. The most well-known is Mount Erebus, one of the southernmost active volcanoes on Earth, famous for its persistent lava lake. But radar and magnetic surveys suggest that many more volcanoes lie hidden, completely invisible beneath the ice sheet. This geothermal heat melts ice from below, lubricating glaciers and speeding up their flow toward the ocean. This is one reason West Antarctica is considered unstable and particularly vulnerable to climate change. If warming oceans thin the ice from above while geothermal heat melts it from below, massive ice loss could accelerate far faster than we once believed. And the consequences wouldn't stay in Antarctica. If the West Antarctic ice sheet were to collapse entirely, global sea levels could rise by more than 3 meters. That's enough to flood major coastal cities around the world, places like New York, Mumbai, Shanghai, and Karachi. Now let's rewind even further back in time. Before Antarctica froze, it wasn't a frozen wasteland at all. Millions of years ago, Antarctica was green. It had forests, rivers, and animals. Fossils found near the edges of the continent reveal ancient trees, ferns, and even dinosaur remains. Species like Cryolophosaurus, a large carnivorous dinosaur, once roamed Antarctica when it was connected to other southern continents as part of Gondwana. Under the ice, there may be vast fossil beds still waiting to be discovered, preserved by cold, pressure, and isolation. Antarctica could hold missing chapters of Earth's evolutionary story, including clues about how life adapted to extreme climate shifts. Some scientists even believe Antarctica may hide large sedimentary basins rich in ancient organic material. While international treaties strictly prohibit mining or drilling for resources, these buried layers help scientists understand Earth's carbon cycles and past climate transitions. Another hidden feature beneath the ice is something we don't usually associate with Antarctica at all: impact craters. Radar surveys have identified circular structures beneath the ice that may be remnants of massive asteroid impacts. One of the most debated is a possible crater in East Antarctica, which some researchers have linked, controversially, to ancient extinction events. While the evidence is still uncertain, the idea that Antarctica may hide scars from cosmic collisions adds another layer of mystery to what lies below. And then there's the ice itself, because even the ice is alive in its own way. The Antarctic ice sheet is constantly moving, flowing outward from the center toward the ocean like an incredibly slow river. This movement shapes the land below, grinds rock into fine powder, and feeds nutrients into the ocean when glaciers reach the sea. These nutrients help fuel massive phytoplankton blooms, which form the base of the marine food web and absorb huge amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So even hidden beneath the ice, Antarctica influences life across the entire planet. Studying what lies under Antarctica isn't easy. The environment is brutal. Temperatures can drop below -60 degrees Celsius. Winds can reach hurricane speeds. Months of darkness isolate research stations from the rest of the world. Every drill hole, every radar scan, every seismic survey is a triumph of engineering and human endurance. And scientists must be extremely careful. When drilling into subglacial lakes, they use ultra-clean methods to avoid contaminating ecosystems that have been isolated for millions of years. The goal isn't just discovery, it's preservation. Because once we disturb these hidden worlds, they can never truly be untouched again. What's hidden under Antarctica's ice isn't just a collection of strange facts. It's a reminder of how much of our planet remains unexplored. We've mapped Mars in greater detail than parts of our own world. Beneath that frozen surface lies Earth's deep memory, its ancient climates, lost ecosystems, hidden geology, and fragile future. Antarctica shows us what Earth was, what it is, and what it could become. And perhaps the most humbling part of all is this. Despite satellites, supercomputers, and advanced technology, we still don't fully know what's under the ice. Every year, new discoveries emerge, new lakes, new mountains, new clues. The bottom of the world remains one of the last true frontiers on Earth. So the next time you see an image of Antarctica, just white ice stretching endlessly, remember this. Beneath that silence is a world of motion, heat, water, life, and history. A hidden continent shaping the fate of the one above it. And we're only just beginning to uncover its secrets.